We'll watch the MatPat Hazbin Hotel theory. You guys have been asking me to do it. Apparently you say it's bad, which is what I'm all here for. I'm here for the bad theories, but remember the rule. Remember the rule. This is important. Let's not forget. It's clearly the reason why I'm admitting to that I'm willing to do this, because I have an agenda. Every time we do a MatPat thing, we show you my favorite clips.
I've actually never looked at porn ever.
This is the best MatPat clip of all time.
Like, outside of...
It's the best clip. It doesn't get better. I love this clip so much. All right, and there's one more. We need to watch this one other clip real quick, real fast. This is the deal we had.
Over here, we're doing the math now, and nothing, not even that lolly on the other page, is sexier than math.
What? Anyway, I have to show these clips. That's our deal, okay? That is the deal. It is the sacrifice that you must make for me to waste my time watching your MatPat clip that you want. Anyway, what did you say, Mr. Pat? I'm telling you, it never gets old. Not even the lolly on the other page is sexier than math. That's what I'm saying. Oh my god, this clip is like, it's hilarious. How did he do that? And it's scripted. It's not like an off-the-cuff bad joke. It's not like a voice slip. It's too funny. It's too funny. All right, let's watch the Hazbin Hotel theory. There is no redemption.
Hazbin Hotel is just one heck of a show, right? I mean, in one episode, the one episode in existence, you have a killer premise, unbelievable animation, sharp writing, catchy musical numbers, and amazing characters to boot. I mean, in just 30 minutes, the pilot alone has more content than whole seasons of other shows. But before I get into the
interesting comparison to Big Bang Theory, because that's a comedy, and this is, well, funny, but clearly plot focused. The one thing I did want to say, though, you got to give credit where credit is due. He covered Hazbin Hotel. A lot of people hated on Hazbin Hotel, especially when it was released. Right when Hazbin Hotel was released, it got a lot of hate because, like, they had a lot of really edgy jokes. And I respect the hell out of him for covering Hazbin Hotel. That said, it's huge, and he got a lot of views on it, so I mean, he's a businessman.
Many have speculated what unimaginable force enabled him to rival our world's most ancient and destructive evils.
Well, friends, my mini theory is that Alistair the Radio Demon gets his powers from none other than Gravity Falls' own Bill Cipher.
What?
Now, let me be perfectly clear on this. I know this isn't true, but the similarities between the two...
He just said he knows it isn't true. He just says he knows it isn't true. Someone in chat just said, I can't hate MatPat. He puts a lot of effort into videos. He watched hours of the Pokemon anime just to calculate Pikachu's level. Before getting into what he said here, I just want to tell you, Mr. Chat, you mean these calculations were done by someone on Reddit and he used that info? Or he hired someone to do it? So you love him because of the work he puts into the videos? I don't know what you're saying, Mr. Chat. I like him because he's a brilliant, he's a businessman. He's a brilliant content creator. That's why I like him.
Alistair's microphone is alive. It also has that one-eyed thing going for it, just like everyone's favorite equilateral lad, Bill. Both Bill and Alistair trick you into making deals that you're gonna go on to regret. Both ominously glow when they're...
So does Satan, you know, the guy that makes deals. So do, like, demons. You ever heard the expression, deal with the devil?
Making said deals, and the deals of both.
He's glowing when they make deals? Bro, every single demon glows. Every demon glows. What do you say?
Are seemingly sealed with a handshake. Both are closely associated.
Deals sealed with a handshake? No way. It's impossible. I can't believe the only two fictional characters that seal deals with handshakes are Alistair and Bill Cipher.
With mysterious runic symbols that fly in and around them. Both also seem motivated by the same thing, boredom and a large desire to use their powers to create chaos for really no good reason. But all of that's superficial, right? It's all typical deal with the devil business.
Yeah.
No, it's the whole radio demon thing that gets me. Alistair's voice in Hazbin Hotel sounds like an old-timey radio, which is cool. It's very creative characterization, but it also just feels random. Too random. They even show an example of the types of radios that he broadcasts on, and they're the type that are pulled straight out of the late 30s and early 40s. Now, why would I care about that? Well, Bill Cipher is most closely associated with one particular song, We'll Meet Again, a love song that was made popular by the singer Vera Lynn.
And it was played on the radio. We figured it out, boys. We figured it out. They're the same person. Confirmed.
a great song, all-time classic. But why I bring it up here is that it was first made famous during World War II, which, wouldn't you know it, just so happened to be during the late 30s and early 40s, the exact time that Alistair's voice is drawn from. The timeline matches up. So could it be that the reason Alistair is so powerful when he first enters the underworld is that he has the powers of...
I love how he says something that he knows is not true and he still calls it a theory. It's like a cool similarity, it's a possible inspiration, but it's like not a theory.
Hazbin Hotel. This dark and very adult comedy aired its pilot episode on YouTube back in October of 2019.
I fapped to him. Or her. Whatever Angel Dust is, I don't know.
Before eventually being picked up to become a full-run show in August of 2020. So I was kind of holding off until we heard about a release date or more news, but sadly, there's been nothing since. Hopefully we'll find out-
That's a joke, chat. For law purposes, for legal reasons, that is a joke. It was comedic. Angel Dussy over here.
I would have just left it alone, but after Hazbin's sister series, Heck of a Boss, included...
What? No way you did that.
Left it alone, but after Hazbin's sister series, Heck of a Boss...
He's not gonna say hell on his channel because he doesn't want to get demonetized and he says this?
Even that lolly on the other page is sexier than math.
Is that really not worse? Is that really not worse than Heck of a Boss? Dude, come on, bro. What the hell was that? Battle winner, as far as the JoJo thing, I have seen it already, which is why I skipped it. It's, oh my god, that's impressive.
Included freaky animatronics. I knew it was my time. Creepy animatronics, not gonna brag, but they're kinda my bat signal. So we'll save the...
This dude, just he wakes up, he faps to freaking Five Nights at Freddy's, and then he goes on his day. You gotta love it.
Core premise behind the show. The main conceit of Hazbin Hotel is that there's limited room in Hades for souls, and the place is currently full to the brim, resulting in an annual purge event they call the Cleanse.
We lost so many souls, and it breaks my heart to see my people being slaughtered every year.
Our protagonist Charlie, Princess of Heck, hopes that...
Princess of Heck. He actually censors himself saying hell. I can't believe it. I can't believe he actually does that. Oh my god, that's insane. That is insane. He actually censors himself saying, I can't believe it.
Alternative to cleansing each year, she can
He talks about sexy lollies in one video and then he doesn't say hell.
Instead run a hotel that rehabilitates wayward souls so they get sent off to the good place, where obviously they'll meet Ted Danson and eat froyo.
So,
I think a lot of people have this weird understanding of my relationship with Mad Pat. I don't hate the man. I don't know why people think I hate him. I just like making fun of some of his videos, okay? The man has millions and millions of subs. And there's no way, dude, I have nothing against the man. I just enjoy making fun, okay? Let me do this. Let me have this. It's not easy to find. If you make fun of a small channel that makes these videos, bro, you're punching down. You're punching down. Why are you making fun of a small channel? You're punching down, bro. I'm not punching down, okay? This dude is like 10 times my size or something. I don't know. 5 times my size. He's huge. He's massive, okay? I'm allowed to make fun of him. Shut up. All these people so upset.
redemption?
And despite the fact that pretty much every character doubts that she can do it, well, gosh darn it, her and her ragtag band are gonna try. And of course, sing plenty of musical numbers along the way. But the question I wanna know, what I need to solve as we wait for any news about this series, is what she has to do to make a difference. Like, if her goal is to replace the cleanse by rehabilitating enough souls to clear out room in Heck, how many souls are we talking about here? How big does this hotel have to be? Just how outlandish are Charlie's plans? Long story short, when the population of Hades is bursting, what is it gonna take to reach an equilibrium?
Perfectly balanced.
This man stuffs Thanos in more videos. Oh my god. The amount of I feel like every single video of his I watch has Thanos somewhere. Some sort of Thanos reference. It's insane. It's like, yes, I'll put Marvel. The kids will be interested. The kids will be they'll love this stuff. They'll eat this shit up, bro. We put Thanos in here.
Between the two shows helmed by creator Vtube, we've been told a lot about the machinations of this underworld. We learned from the opening song of Hell of a Boss Episode 2 that there are 7 rings in Heck, similar to the layout of Dante's Inferno, -2.
Did you hear what he said? I'm like, what?
In Heck, similar to the layout of Dante's Inferno, -2.
Bro, this is insane. It's been confirmed that in Hell of a Boss, there are 7 rings in heck, exactly like Dante's Inferno. It's so similar. I don't know. It's the same thing. Well, I have 7 rings, 9 rings. What's the difference, really? It's up by 2, guys. What's 2 at the end of the day, right? You get 13 chicken nuggets. You get 15 chicken nuggets. What's really the difference here? Okay, guys. Come on, gamers. What's really the difference? It's just off by 2. It's just -2, guys. What is...
There might have been 9 at one point, as the 9 circles are referenced in the pilot episode of Hazbin.
What in the 9 circles makes you think a single denizen of hell would give 2 about becoming a...
He didn't censor the hell. He says heck every time, and he doesn't censor where they sell hell. What is going on?
But since then, apparently, it's collapsed back down to 7, with each being named after one of the 7 deadly sins. However, despite there being a bunch of ringed layers Attack on Titan style, only the top ring, the Pride ring, matters for our calculations today. You see, according to this official post on Twitter, quote, dead sinners can only exist on the top ring, Pride. Other rings house native-born demons, and human souls aren't allowed to travel between the rings. Oh, and Canadians are kept elsewhere because of reasons.
There's a town for the Canadians in hell.
Makes sense.
It's just little Canada.
Honestly, fair.
The Canadian part of hell is just called heck.
It's just
Don't you love it when lore...
See, that is comedy. That's a funny joke. That is a really funny joke. The Canadian part of hell is heck, because they're also polite and stuff.
Is made up on the fly during a live stream. Now, as I mentioned earlier, because space and heck is so limited, each year,
why does he? It's so annoying.
This time, we are told explicitly that the city is at capacity and that the yearly cleansing is to knock that number back down. That means we only need to be focused on the rate of new souls entering their unhappy afterlives. If, at the end of the year, the underworld is winding up at capacity, well, Charlie would need to redeem as many souls as would wind up down there in order to maintain an equilibrium. And the good news for Charlie is that the rate of souls going into the afterlife is starting to stabilize. The past 150 years or so has been absolutely wild for the growth of the human population. In 1900, there were about 1.6 billion people on planet Earth. And just 100 years later, in the year 2000, that number had reached 6 billion. Fast forward another 20 years to today, and we're at 7.8 billion people. Luckily for everyone and everything on planet Earth, that number is no longer increasing at anywhere near the same rate it was back then. Humanity's growth rate is slowing. And for more on why that's happening, you can actually check out our classic episode about why Thanos is...
Dude, this man brought Thanos in twice. I was just joking before about his Thanos references. He just doesn't stop. Everything in this man's brain just computes to Thanos. Oh my god.
Plan an Infinity War isn't as...
Chin up, buddy. Thanos is a funny chin.
Now, in the show, we see depictions of all sorts of sinful activities. Everything from murder to the usage of illicit substances. So, one way to solve our problem would be to take that group of 57 million deaths and figure out what % of them have engaged in one or multiple of the damning activities that we see happening in and around Pentagram City. According to data from the 2016 World Drug Report, there were 247 million illicit substance users worldwide in that year alone, which is roughly 3% of the global population. And when I say they're using the stuff, I mean that they're using the hard stuff. The stuff I can't say on YouTube for fear of this video getting even more risk of demonetization than it already has. So right off the bat, that 3% translates to 1.7 million people sent to the deep depths below off of drug use alone. Homicides are thankfully significantly less, with an average of 7 homicides for every 100,000 people globally. If we assume that each one of those homicides is being committed by a separate person, which obviously isn't true but is going to give us our worst case scenario, that adds enough separate person.
Can you imagine being this guy that was used for the stock photo and they're like, all right, these are the murderers. And the guy's just like, wait, what is he doing? What? Can you imagine the stock photo guy watching this? Just losing his mind.
The number of murderers on this planet is too darn high for other violent...
My God, my man out here with the really hot takes. Man, too many murderers? God, I have another hot take to add. Racism is bad, and pedophiles suck. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. we move on.
After the substances and horrific violence section of our program today, we're walking around with a pretty sizable hotel already. 3.2 million souls, all needing to be redeemed if Heck is going to maintain some level of population equilibrium. Eat your heart out, Paris Hilton. Princess Charlie has got your hotel chain beasted. See, that joke's relevant because Paris Hilton is super famous for being rich and having a bunch of hotel barons in her family. But
thanks for explaining the joke that you just made, Mad Pat. That wasn't funny to begin with.
As of last year, Marriott Hotels is the world's #1 hotel chain, with nearly 1.4 million rooms available for their guests worldwide. Charlie's Happy Hotel already needs more than double that amount, and we are still not done counting sins, my friend.
People aren't even going, though. She has one customer, okay? She literally one. Mad Pet clearly has never invested in real estate before.
Because it's this last one where the numbers really start to skyrocket. Infidelity, cheating in relationships. Now, while I'm not promoting religion here or anything, and we all...
See, Mad Pat doesn't cheat in relationships. You see, Mad Pat has never even...
I've actually never looked at porn.
He doesn't even cheat in his mind.
Ever.
Thanks, Mad Pat. We love you, bro. True legend.
Know that different religions can have some major differences. One thing that they all tend to agree on is that you're not supposed to be, you know, coveting your neighbor's wife and all that. But despite those warnings, humanity certainly seems to be doing a lot of coveting these days. According to an exhaustive review of research done on committed relationships published back in 2005, 40% of unmarried relationships and 25% of marriages see at least one incident of infidelity. Another survey roughly backs this up. 20% of men and 13% of women admit to having a fling with someone other than their spouse while married. So
NTR fans in chat, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? NTR obviously standing for Taku raids.
As someone who was cheated on in the past, I hope the radio demon eats your heads off. And it looks like he's gonna have plenty to feast on because...
Ouch. I'm sorry about that, Matt. This hits personal. I understand, bro. Sorry about that. I don't know why you put that in the video, but like... Sorry, man. Aw, poor Matthew, bro. Sorry, man. This is so sad. I can't make fun of you anymore. Aw, this is so sad. Oh my god, I feel like such an asshole right now.
But
also, why did you put that in the video? That's the other question. I have no idea. It's like what? It's like every time something bad happens to a YouTuber, they come up with ways to flex it in an upcoming video. I'm sorry, Matt. It's a terrible thing. Sympathy fishing? No, Chad, don't say that. It's very sad, okay? But also, it is funny. Every time something bad happens to YouTuber, they're like, all right, I can make content out of the fact that my parents were just brutally murdered. Yes, how can I make content about this? I will be making a review of Batman. As someone who had their parents murdered, I relate very much to young Bruce Wayne. No.
Want to consider getting more help for that front desk there, Charlie.
She has 2 customers. She has 2 customers, okay? Because this hasn't even been proven yet. Obviously, she doesn't need more space yet because she has 2 customers.
Maybe the difference between heaven and heck is like those stupid reviews that you have to do at your job. A self-review. Assess yourself for how well you're doing at your job. I mean, why is this a thing? Like, this drove me nuts when I was working in an office environment. And even today, working on YouTube. Yes, thank you, I'm doing fantastic. Look, today alone, I dredged up stats about infidelity and illegal usage of mind-altering substances.
He also does not say hell. He says heck every time, and I think that he deserves a pat on the ass cheek for that one.
Because when people were asked to self-report about whether they would go to heaven or to the other place, 10% of people said that they were definitely going to the bad place. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
He said buts? Instant demonetization.
They also turned around and said that 1 in 4 of their friends would absolutely go to H-double hockey sticks. Way to throw your...
H-double hockey sticks. Is he talking to children? The audience that watches Hazbin Hotel do not need to be spoken to like this, bro.
14 million is the minimal calculation based on all the different methods that we just tried. And there's someone else working against her in this whole process too. The real twist hiding at the end of both of these shows is that the Immediate Murder Patrol, I.M.P, I.M.P, the organization that we follow in the sister show Hell of a Boss, is gonna be working directly against Charlie and her goals. The I.M.P is powered by...
And so is literally everyone in hell because they're in hell doing bad things because they're in hell with no laws in hell.
By a grimoire that they stole from a demon named Solace.
They didn't steal it. He borrows it, okay? He borrows it. It's a business transaction, okay? He surprised some impussy.
Trying to convince people global warming exists.
Doesn't it?
Well, yes, but
I love
more
this
people
line.
die if nothing is done about it.
That's so
Solace
funny.
is specifically trying to increase the population of souls despite already existing overcrowding. It's almost like the two shows are working directly against each other. One is about souls getting out of heck, the other is about souls getting in. So will Charlie
Wait, he called them the Immediate Murder Patrol when they're the Immediate Murder Professionals? Bro, this is some impism. He's an impist, god damn it, he's an impist.
manage to create a system that's capable of saving some 14 million people or more a year? Or will the native demon's plans ultimately stop her? It's honestly a fascinating dichotomy because the two shows are...
I'm still not... Okay, all right. I don't want to be rude, but we're 17 minutes into a 19-minute video, and I still don't know what his theory is. What is the theory?
Are so clearly poised to clash against each other. Either side could end up the victor, and while Charlie may seem the more traditional protagonist to end up winning the day, these shows are anything but traditional. So I guess we'll just have to wait to see what creator Vtube has in store for us when the full show eventually drops. But until then, it's all just a theory.
What's the theory? He didn't even have a theory. He just brought a lot of statistics. He's like, okay, all right, there are 14 million bad people that die every year or something, some ass stupid thing like
Theory. A film theory.
I don't understand, bro. It was like, Hazbin Hotel's popular, let's make a video about it where we just talk about hell. And, oh, I could bring up statistics about how many people go to hell every year, I guess. I need this clip. You don't understand. I need clips like this to keep me sane.
And nothing, not even that lolly on the other page, is sexier than math.
Yes, you understand me now. You understand me now. That's enough internet for one day. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.